everyone, my name is Romy and welcome back to Make Something with Romy. So today I want to do something different. I just want to have a conversation with all of you. Just reflect back on the 4 months since we started this channel, just as a maker and also from the perspective of a YouTube channel. Here are some of the biggest lessons I've learned. The first is understand your goals. Most of us are just trying to get the job done. You may be trying to start your first newsletter, sell your first product. Understand what you are making it for and what your goal is. It helps you with knowing what to focus on. You know, some people are there to make something to get really good at the tool. But if you understand your goals and you're like, I just want to build this site to solve this problem, you don't need to become the tool expert. So understand what your goals are about making things. That's number one. The second thing I've learned is actually you don't need that many tools. You don't need a PhD in every single tool out there to make things. Don't overly complicate things. Start simple. You'll be surprised with how little you need to accomplish your first step. Some of it can be done in an hour. Some of it can be done in a day. Last week, I came across a story from this creator called Traf, who made these icons and sold them on a Notion site, in 2 hours. And he made 6 figures in 6 days. I'm going to link to it in the description box below. The next thing I've learned is it's very important to understand your learning style. Now look, I am a very project-based learner, and you'll see that from my videos, right? I'm like, let's build a website to sell something. And that's because that's my learning style. If you give me like a tool and say, Romy, let's learn everything about this tool, I would not be interested in that at all. So for me, the problem and the goal is really important. But all people aren't like that. If you are more motivated by the tool itself, start there. Start with, the learning docs on the website and research the tool before you make something. So I think having an awareness of your learning style is really, really important. The next thing I've learned is the power of community. Now, look, when I started making things, I didn't know anyone, who were building things without code or knowing how to design. And for me, the way I went about it was, reaching out to people who were really good at what they did and sharing what I'm up to, supporting their work. And that made me build so many connections just over the last few months. Now I can talk to, if I'm stuck somewhere, which is really, really important. So find your community, find people who are doing things like what you are doing and seek them out. And you'll be surprised how much and how far they'll take you. The last thing I have learned is, sharing what you learn is very powerful. Now look, you saw in my last video that from this YouTube channel, I got a paying gig to become a no-code EIR and join a VC firm to help female founders build products without code. I've been just sharing my journey. I'm not an expert. I'm sharing what I'm learning with all of you. Initially, I definitely had some inhibitions. I was like, I'm not the expert. Who am I to share things? What I've come around to now is that my unique take and my perspective actually may help someone. And so that's why I keep sharing. It has been really heartwarming to see, some of the messages, some of the comments I've got, the opportunities it has led to overall. So I would highly recommend that. Now, let's get to the YouTube part. Here are some things I've learned about YouTube. I think the biggest lesson I've learned is that you don't need a lot to get started. My most watched video is with Card and Stripe. And if you look at the video, the lighting, I think I sat in the darkest corner of my apartment to film that video for some reason. And I have no idea what I was thinking. The audio, it was like there is so much background noise in so many parts. And it's terrible. It definitely sucks. But overall, the content of the video is really good. I think is really good. That's what really matters. And you may think you may need all this fancy equipment and the best microphone and the best lighting situation. And I have none of that right now. And I just manage to film in this corner of my house every time. My message is, you have what you need to get started. So don't think one piece of equipment is preventing you from filming your video. The second thing is, I try and make content which I don't find. So I wish I had the content which I put out when I got started. And it's something I am looking for. Try to make content which you want to listen to. It serves a pain in your life. And I'm sure you'll find others that it'll serve as well. I got this question asked to me yesterday. How can I make my content unique? There's already videos out there which exist on Carrd, for example. Don't I worry about originality? Here's what I think. Everyone is unique and your take is original. Your experience in even making something is going to be different than my experience. And if you share that, that's original content. I wouldn't get so caught up in originality and trying to be the first person to make the Carrd video. No, there are a lot of Carrd videos out there, but I do think my take on it is original. The next thing is, and I'm still working on this one, is not to compare myself with the best YouTubers out there. Look, when you're getting started, the stuff you'll make and the stuff you'll put out is definitely not going to be the same as someone with an amazing production setup and 5 cameras and an amazing editing team. And it's really hard not to compare yourself and be like, this is terrible, I don't want to put this out. What really helped me was actually what a friend of mine, Nupur, told me, was to actually go back to YouTubers I like and watch their oldest videos and look at how long they took to reach where they are today. When I looked at how they had started, it was really humbling to see, where they've reached to. I am still working on not comparing myself to others, but don't fall in the comparison trap. Especially when it prevents you from putting yourself out. Another thing, I think with comparisons and with YouTube's metrics, which can be a bit frustrating at times, is subscriber counts. Look, when I started the channel, I was obsessed over, oh my God, I didn't get any subscribers today, or I'm not growing as fast enough, or my growth rate last week was higher than the growth rate this week. Have people stopped losing interest in what I'm saying? How will I find my audience? And I was worrying over the subscriber numbers to a really unhealthy degree when I got started. Now, subscriber count doesn't bother me anymore. Occasionally I look at my subscriber count, but I don't check it on a daily basis. It is important, in the larger scheme of YouTube. Of course, the more subscribers you have, YouTube will promote your content more. And so yes, it is important from that perspective, but it should not govern your life. Subscriber count is a byproduct of the work you're putting out. Put better content out, how you can be more found. Don't worry and obsess over the metrics on a daily basis. It's just not healthy. Honestly, I've become much more happier. Ever since I think month 1 or month 2, I stopped worrying about the subscriber count. It's very natural to worry about it, but get out of it. Please, please, please get out of it, okay? My last thing is, look, honestly, showing up is what matters. I really believe that. When I started the channel, I was like, I'm going to try and put a video out every week. Now, I realized with a full-time job and also being a mom that I may have been a tad bit ambitious, but just showing up and doing the work. Sometimes, I may not be putting out a video, but I'm still working on the next video. Some videos take longer than others. Showing up matters. Consistently doing the work matters. And that consistently can be defined by you. So you're not burned out. Don't listen to things like, oh my God, you need to put out 3 to 5 videos a week. No. You don't need to. You just need to put out quality work and work you need to be proud of. So you may decide you want to put out a video once a month, but you know what? Consistently showing up for 12 months amounts to things. Find a rhythm that works for you and, try and show up with that rhythm. That's ultimately what matters in YouTube. So that's it. That's the video today. I just wanted to reflect and share things I've learned in these last 3 to 4 months. Also, I want to do more of these kind of videos where I'm just talking to you about my projects, my learnings. So let me know in the comments if you like this kind of stuff, I'll do more of it. This is Romy, and we'll be back next week and make something together.